Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Talented. It's a weird survival roguelike with infinite talent trees, and that sounds really interesting to me. I originally chose not to cover this game because, okay, do we fire automatically or do I have to do so? Okay, I have to be the one to actually shoot things on my own. Good to know. But yeah, so I originally had held off on this one because the cover art for this game looked like it had been generated with AI, and I just do not cover any games that use AI-generated assets, cover art, so on and so forth. It's just not something I do. I wonder when I level up. Well, I level up here, we can get our stats. We can also increase our firing rate to give us a bit of a boost. Maybe it's something based on, like, a timer that after we clear everything, now we get to go to the talent tree. Probably. Yeah, there we go. Gain 3 talent points. Tatties will now appear. Cool. Okay, so this is our quick fire, and then we can figure out what we're doing from this. This is neat. But yeah, so they had actually reached out to me to ask for some coverage, because, you know, it's been long enough, and why not, right? And I was like, hey, yeah, I can't fully trust, you know, your game to be real or not, or your game's assets, whether or not they're real. And, you know, can you verify if they were made with AI? And they're like, huh, we don't think so. And then within like hours got back to me saying, nope, actually the cover art was generated with AI. Sorry about that, we've removed it and we've already hired a new artist to like replace it. I have to give huge credit to a developer that is more than willing to kind of, I don't want to say like own up to that because, you know, it's not their fault that they got scammed. But to actually, you know, examine and say like, yeah, this is actually something that needs to be fixed. And, like, I've had a lot of developers say, like, oh, you know, that might be AI generated, but we can't do anything about it, or they just lie to me, and I hate it when that happens, because it's just, I'm not an idiot. I can see it. And so there's kind of that level of, like, it's nice to see when a developer immediately owns it and rectifies it perfectly. So nights now feel 5 seconds longer, I can take that. So crit strike chances increased by 12% for 4 seconds after using an ability. That's not bad. Gain some knockback. The problem is my talent tree is entirely randomly generated. What I'm looking for is anything that reduces this thing's cooldown. Currently it's a 10%. Next 7 attacks have 50% increased in attack speed. Also boosting my attack range seems quite good. What is that? Increases attack damage by 1. Those are good. Ooh, we have something up here. Every third attack has double attack damage. That's good. Basic attacks have a chance to explode. Let's see, and I have no more talent points. But okay, I like this. The infinite talent tree system seems like a lot of fun. I've seen other games kind of showcase similar mechanics. I don't want to be like super dismissive and say it wasn't handled well. But the actual core gameplay loop wasn't the most exciting. This one has like a much more basic gameplay interaction, which then means that the talents themselves can have more time to shine. It's kind of the reason why you don't see, say, like Souls-likes with massive talent trees. Even though I'd love to see that, just the amount of balance required to actually make that work is insanely difficult. I definitely want to get my range up enough that I can hit everything in my surrounding area. Enemies are faster, yeah. Okay, so we have crit chance, maybe. Extra health, gain more experience. Attack speed increased. Enemies killed have a chance to drop a battery. Batteries restore a charge to a random ability, so that's actually very good. I think I'll keep working on that. We might want to look for some of the other range ups, but I'll take what I can get. Oh, interesting, my ability carries over too. Neat. I gotta be a little careful with using my ability. I say a little careful, but I don't actually know if it matters that deeply. This is why I want to go for the range up. So I can actually fire my abilities a little bit more actively. And not have to worry about whether or not I'm missing with them. Like, obviously, the rat dodging underneath can't do much about that. But still. Okay, enemy waves contain an additional enemy. That's fine. Increase attack speed. What is that? 5% more experience? Eh. Every third attack has double attack damage. That just sounds very good. What else do we have? It seems like the further we go, the more likely we are to unlock certain things. Give yourself a boost, fully restoring your health, granting 1 attack damage until the end of the night. Stimpak's actually quite good. Oh, but that costs 2. So let's just go for some extra range here. How far does it go now? So it's just shy of the 4th crack. Oh. Interesting, so we can hit enemies coming at us from the top side faster because it's actually a shorter route. But yeah, I might want to look into a little bit of max HP and grabbing Stimpak especially. Okay, it looks like some of them are actually getting tough enough to resist. Yeah, they're getting tough enough that it takes 2 hits to kill them. So a little bit more max damage might be in order. We will see. Lorges will now appear in 5 talent points. Let's grab this one. Is that attack damage by 1? Attack speed, and we can get that Stimpak. I don't know if there's anything else that we can snag here, but that's okay. Ooh, I like the fact that the 3rd hit also fires a much larger arrow. That's very satisfying. So I can also potentially time this in such a way that I'm using the extra large arrow to take out the really big guys. It does amuse me that Lorges are it does amuse me that Lorges are just giant pumpkins more than anything else. Okay. So what else do we want to invest into? Its enemies will spawn more frequently. That's okay. Let's grab the max health points. Oh, so each of these is worth 5. Okay. Basic attacks have a chance to explode. Attacks have a chance to fire again in another direction. So we definitely want more Blast Quiver, because that'll make it easier for me to deal with groups. Still not sure if I want Charged Weapon. Man, I can also speed the game up, but I kind of don't know if I want to do that. You know, maybe 1.2 is not bad. Yeah, the one problem is trying to trying to plan my large arrows to take out the large enemies is a little tougher. Maybe. I think I'm doing a decent job of it. Think so, anyway. Enemies have more health points. Is slightly what I'm afraid of. Okay, get a little bit more range. Okay, what do we have up here? Place a barricade for 15 seconds. Enemies have a chance to drop epic candy when killed. Granted, huge amount of experience. I mean, probably. I think I will stick with Blast Quiver. What else is this? Killing 15 enemies grants 3 bonus attack damage for 5 seconds. That's okay. Oh, I still have unspent talent points. Oh. probably fastest way is to go over this direction. Even if I want some of that attack speed, best to go for the rare talons more than anything else. How far do I fire? So it looks like getting actual attack range, like getting that up super high is going to be tough. And yeah, we might want to keep investing in damage at least a little bit. Also, more of that battery upgrade wouldn't be a bad idea. I think the other thing I might want to consider is... Oh, I see. It had a limited amount of charges. What is that? More experience. Can't get more... Didn't actually mean to grab barricade. I guess we can maybe go around it. So we have a limited amount of charges on these things. Well, it's okay. We get batteries to get me more charges. Rarely. But it is still a possibility. And specifically using Stimpack to boost my damage by an amount for the rest of the round seems like a good idea. Whatever that drop chance on those batteries, it's not as good as I'd like it to be. However, it does feel like with the Stimpack boosted damage, we are actually crushing them. Okay, enemy waves now contain an additional enemy. Yes, let's just go around if we can. Can't. Well, gets me some other options. What is this? Next 4 attacks fire in all directions, and another barricade. I just don't want barricade, so I guess we'll have to go the other way. Barricade feels like a bad stopgap when I don't need it. Yet. Might never. Yeah, let's start with the Stimpack. If we get lucky, we get another one of those battery drops that increases my damage. Let's see. Or not increasing my damage, but gets me another charge. There we go. Stimpack again. Not that we need it for the healing. But yeah, I love the idea of potentially damage farming. At least a little bit. 3 little twins, and also enemies get less knockback. It's probably fine. So basic attacks have a chance to explode, which is very good. And Spark Quiver is good. I wouldn't mind going for that as well. Because yeah, if I can get multiple of those, we can just fire in a bunch of directions. Let's see. Have I unlocked any other talents to find on this giant map? The answer is no. Booster damage. The real trick is being able to battery farm. What I'm looking for is hopefully the ability to get... Oh, the twins come faster. Take one out, the other one gets pissed. That's fair. But yeah, if I can make it so that we're gaining more batteries... we'll be able to do even more damage. Might also be hitting the point where some attack speed wouldn't be remiss. Okay. attack speed up. It's an option. Hail of Arrows is not terrible. It's a good oh shit button. Do we know of anything else? What is that actually? All abilities get an additional max charge, and their cooldowns are reduced. Actually, going for the Vortex makes a lot of sense. But yeah, let's head over here. Because yeah, having another base charge, and hopefully having another max charge. Seems quite good. Okay. A little bit too much for me. This is why I've been speccing in a little bit to explosions. Okay, there we go. So far, so good. Nights now feel longer, more enemies will spawn. Should be okay. Increase attack speed, range. Can't afford that. What else is this? Gumball Collector. Enemies have a chance to drop gumball candy when killed. Grant attack speed until the end of the night. Ooh, that is good. Hope we keep going crit. Get that up to 100%. Don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off. Let's see. Those explosions are coming in pretty clutch here. There we go. Haven't gotten any more batteries, which is tricky. Okay, we are starting to take some damage, which is not great. Because it means we get less bonuses. Oi. Well, we still got a decent amount. Hail of Arrows is going to be extremely good, and Vortex Generator is going to be amazing. I probably shouldn't have grabbed that one, because that doesn't take me anywhere. Whatever. Yeah, so the gumballs are also good because that gives me mid-run progression of a sort, not a huge amount. Yeah, being able to shoot in every direction is extremely helpful, even if I'm not going to be using it that much. There we go. A couple more gumballs. Okay, get another one of these. Yeah, we definitely needed that extra attack. There we go. Enemies are tougher. Get 10 talent points. Yo. Okay, so we haven't run into anything big, fancy, or new. So, easy option I have. Grab that Spark Quiver. Oh, another attack in the same direction. Not the opposite direction. That's a little unfortunate. I was hoping it would be the same. Or, it'd be further out. Okay, damn. Dead end. Yeah, the extra health is kind of nice, especially once we start stimming a little harder. Or once we start needing the stim for the heal more than anything else. Okay. Yeah, what I want is more of that explosion. Considering how many of these enemies are currently coming in large clusters, being able to actually... Ah, damn. Considering how many of these enemies are coming in large groups, being able to explode a little bit more often seems really good. Okay, there we go. Trunks will now appear, and we get a bunch of that. Okay, so what is this? Enchanted weapon attack speed increased by 2 seconds, or 20% for 2 seconds after using an ability. I mean... Oh, interesting. The more powerful abilities also last longer. Beam of enemy, shrinking all enemies in a direction, and then duplicate them. That could actually be good. Let's go for some attack speed. I'll work my way over there. My damage is looking decent. I have stims for healing. And yeah, I can really just pile shots in a direction. Okay, let's save one stim. But it's maybe not a bad idea to use my abilities a little bit more actively, seeing as we are getting a lot more enemies coming at me from multiple directions. I say that, but it does seem like we are getting surrounded a little bit more. A little bit more than I'd like. At least the big dudes get kicked back really easily. There we go. Another one of those battery upgrades would go far. Because, yeah, enemies have a 3% chance to drop one of those, but imagine if that was that much higher. Oh, there's another gumball collector. I like those. There's another spark quiver up there. Ooh, what is this? 10% crit chance, though. Okay, that's a dead end. Still good stats, but not what I'm looking for. Okay, that's a hell of a lot of enemies coming at me. Okay, split them a little bit more. Might as well go for a bit more damage. We haven't needed the stims to survive yet, which is good. I'm thinking the shrink ray with the duplication might give me more experience. Hence why I picked it. And also more enemies right now isn't a huge issue. Keep boosting my damage. And yeah, those gumballs with the extra attack speed are working bafflingly well. Speaking of Gumball Collector, and there's Grindstone. Grab another one of these. It's an interesting system. I like it. Another Spark Quiver. So that gives us, what, a 16% chance to fire twice? It's not amazing. Okay. Let's finish this up, and then I've got some ramen to go eat. Okay, I'm going to let that side stack up a little bit first. This might be the last night. I'm not entirely sure yet. Okay. It seems like the Shrink Ray does like a fantastic job of mulching things for me. Whoa. I don't know what's going on down on the bottom side. Yeah, so some of the enemies are actually elites or something. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to try other characters. I'm curious to see where this goes. Because it seems pretty fun. It's a lot of, like, little proc abilities. I wonder if there's an endless mode. Okay, so we have, like, 2 nights left. Where are we going? What is this? Knockback power with extra life. With an extra life. That's okay. I don't think I care too deeply about that one. Did that reveal anything else? No. A lot of sanguine body, or bounty, which is good, but not really what I want. Alright. How are we doing? We got the Shrink Ray is interesting. I don't know if I'd pick it in the future. It's like kind of good farming item. But that's about it. I wonder if you can actually do this without any activated abilities at all? Probably. But it's kind of hard to tell. Let's see. Shrink. Seems like the Shrink Ray duplicates them, shrinks them, and oop, almost got hit by that rat. I think the other one is the Stim Pack isn't actually very good. It doesn't scale well. So I think I'll probably stay away from that. It's a good healing item, but I don't think I need it, at least on this difficulty level. If there even are difficulty levels. Let's see. If anything, the thing I'd want to scale for is more of the gumball machine, if I can. Anything that like just drastically increases my attack speed really does the trick. Oh, another sanguine bounty. It's not really what I'm going for. So we could actually... Okay, here we go. Teleports to a new talent tree. Yo! Another blast quiver, but I can't afford it yet. We've got a couple of those. Because I don't think I like safety mush that much. Maybe it's fine. Now the question is this the end or does it keep going? Music is dramatic, to say the least. But yeah, if we're teleporting to another talent tray, it makes me wonder if this actually keeps looping or something. Okay, get them all shrinky, and then melt them. I kind of want to just ignore one side, let all of the units stack up really hard, then dupe them. And it seems like the left side is a pretty good contender for that. But yeah, my attack speed and my damage are good enough that I can actually just kind of plow through everything no problem. Main goal is to hopefully get some more of that blasty mush. Okay, there we go. Because, yeah, there's enough enemies at this point that some serious not knockback, AoE would actually carry super duper hard. And yeah, we scale slowly over time. Okay, victory. You're truly talented. Mastery 0 survived. Choose a talent package that will appear in future runs. Gadgeteer. New abilities in homing missiles. Powerful bounties that activate more often. Or quiver talents. I think I'm going to go for that. Okay, so we have extra mastery levels. If I continue, is it a new run? Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's go back to the main menu. Let's try the wizard. I was wondering about this. Oh. Abilities cost magic points. Magic points regenerate over time. Okay, so never mind. Ah, here we go. So, chance for more elites. Longer nights. Oh, and we can also change our abilities, too. I was wondering about these. Nights will be 1 second longer after each night. Ooh, do I want to stick to this? Or do I want to try a new class? That one's tough. I don't know. Basic attacks can be weak. Powerful spells to decimate enemies. Let's try wizard. As much as... Oh, okay, good. So this also has the same progression stuff. Shoot a fireball that does 10 damage, applies burning, or cyclone, dealing 4 damage, dragging back all enemies hit. I think I prefer that. And yeah, we're doing mastery level 2. So my basic attacks are bad, but my spells can be used somewhat more often. So what's the range on that? Okay, so limited range. And we'll have to figure out... Okay, so it does look like we slowly gain some mana back. Maybe. Maybe it's a drop. It's very slow. So I'll have to see what it gives me. Okay, magic point regeneration. Max magic point. On level up, you create 2 elemental sprites in random lanes. Abilities gain bonus damage to enemies. Ability, okay, sure. I'm curious about the helper sprites, if they actually die or if they just last for the round. Okay, so it's just a bonus projectile. Not really that good. Yeah, if we can get that mana regen to be a little bit faster. I kind of wish you could actually see the mana baubles kind of doing the hourglass thing of like slowly, or maybe not hourglass thing, the clock thing where it slowly fills in. Okay. Abilities are much stronger. Unfortunately, we kind of hit a dead end here. I'll probably be able to make it work. I'm not too worried. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna build for the helper spirits in the future. There we go. Doing reasonably okay. Yeah, what I really want is just a whole mess of mana regen. Okay, we got some things. So there's Ethereal Knowledge, create more elemental sprites. Level up, gain 1 basic attack damage until the end of the night. That's actually kind of good. Like, it's not amazing. That'd be a very good thing to get on a different character. Also, I think this character's attacks have inherent AoE. They're not particularly great, but I've killed a couple of enemies that were, like, underneath other enemies. And so that actually has some potential there. I'll have to see if there's more range as well. Okay, more enemies. Did we get the... We did get the MP regen. One times ability power. Oh, that's interesting. It's a crossover point. Nope, have to go this direction. Got it. Getting a lot of experience gain. What is that? Power orb. Orb that permanently orbits you. Your orbs do additional damage. That's interesting. I think one thing I'd love to be able to... One thing I'd love to see in this game is just a little bit of that, like, sphere grid system from Final Fantasy X, where you can occasionally, like, tweak things or, like, jump around, or do various, like, do a replacement. Man, I really loved the idea of this sphere grid in Final Fantasy X. It was a little bit of a shame, because the one thing I didn't like about it was that you don't actually get to do the fun things with the sphere grid until you've beaten the game. I don't know, there was just something about that that felt kind of sad. I think I'm just gonna skip this. The orbs would be interesting, but I'm not seeing enough of them. But like specifically, once you get to the very final end game for Final Fantasy X, the ability to like warp around, oddly enough, that's when the game, like the gameplay mechanics actually start mattering. Before that, it's all just kind of like, yeah, you can just kind of get through this game, no problem. And then you get to that final grind and it's like, actually, you're the equivalent of level 10 and the max level is 100. Or maybe you're only still level 1. I don't exactly remember, but it's like, it's extensive how much you have to grind to be able to get like the best weapons in Final Fantasy X. I don't necessarily begrudge it that, because like it does give players something to do. Or I don't begrudge that level cap. I think what I begrudge on it mostly boiled down to, let's see, Magic Hat, learn a random nearby rare talent. I do actually like that. Though I might want to grab Power Orb first, because it might actually give me something I don't want. Or it is going to give me Power Orb. Maybe. Feels like the mage gets a lot of experience ups. Which is an interesting choice. Okay. And not much for range ups, so we might be kind of hard locked on that one. Let's see. Yeah, so I've already kind of doubled my damage over the course of the run. I think that's neat. It could be kind of fun to invest a little bit harder in that direction. Just, how fast can I get this guy to level up? And how much can I get him to scale because of that? Okay. 2 orbs that permanently orbit you. Whenever a status effect is applied to an enemy, from any source, they take extra damage. Yeah? What else do we have here? Cosmic Lance. Pierces enemies, then sticks in the ground and explodes. That's okay. I mean, the sad part is, it kind of seems practical for me to just go this direction. See if I can leave this talent tree. Oh, those orbs are a lot better than I thought they would be. I wonder how many orbs you can get. Because yeah, the one thing I'm going to run into with this game is, I wonder. I wish I had a little bit more control over what my build is. Hence the ability to replace talents. Like, sometimes you just have to go past something you don't need, which is fine. It's not really that big of a deal, but it's one of those where I feel like being able to, like, swap talents around, or, like, you know, if you occasionally got, like, a random talent drop and pick of 3, and then you can replace one of your pre-existing talents on the board, I could see that actually being quite strong and quite fun. But also recognize, I don't know if it's actually really that necessary. Shoot. Orbs. Orbs. Orb. Because yeah, 5 orbs probably is going to have a ton of coverage. I don't know how much damage the orbs do. I'm assuming it's a fair bit. Like, I'm assuming the more you play this game, the more kind of fine-tuned control, or the bigger or more interesting the talent trees get. Maybe. I don't know. Like, the one problem is, because this has kind of like a massive ascension / unlock system, there is kind of that aspect of, like, I'm only seeing the surface level of this game. And there's a very real possibility that, like, I will be able to drastically scale things up even further with enough time expenditure. Yeah, the bonus level up damage is carrying quite hard. Or let's see. I wonder if, no, lowering cooldowns probably doesn't change much. I don't know how much I care about that Cosmic Lance, but I might have to care because we're finding a lot of dead ends here. Oh well. Okay, let's go up to 1.5 times. I'm feeling a little bit hastier. Part of it is we have a lot of passive damage that I can just kind of rely on. Boy, yeah, if we can get it to the point where I'm actually able to make my orbs do like a fire damage, that would actually be extremely strong. There we go. Okay, what is that? Learn... I do like the learn a random nearby rare talent. Okay, so what is that one? Ring Theory. Orb that orbits you until the end of the night. Orbs move closer for the next 5 seconds. More orbs. Orbs normally do 5 damage. That's quite good. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is... Oh. Pair of Ring Theories. Yeah, I think we spec Orb. Being able to conjure extra orbs periodically seems like the trick. That's a fun build to play around with. Part of the reason why I like the wizard so far is the ability to pick a talent further out, just by like randomly generating, or not randomly, randomly selecting one. That feels like it has just a ton of potential for really goofy things. Oh, I actually took damage from something. It must have been a rat. Yeah, something that snuck through while I was easily distracted. Which is always... It is a personal flaw. But it's okay. Okay. Okay, gain bonus ability damage for each ability learned. Sure. So what did that get me? Arcane Wand. Basic attacks have a chance to fire an additional magic bolt. That's okay. I think we start making our way up here. What's this one? Reroll all nearby unlearned common talents. Interesting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab that. Yeah, I think we want that ring spell. Ideally, both of them. I don't know if you can actually get duplicates. I'm going to assume you can. Oh, it could have been a fly that hit me on the last round. Because, yeah, there's the possibility that that snuck up on me. Yeah, I like having the whirlwinds because it's kind of a great way of kicking an enemy back in such a way that, like, I can not worry about a lane for a little while. Oops. I don't know what that did. There we go. And Power Orb. Orbs do... Okay, so that gets me an orb, but makes my orbs stronger. Yes. Yes. So that will give me more orbs. Morb. Okay. Yeah, the little level up summons, they're not amazing, but I do like them. I think purely from the perspective of, it's just kind of a nice little bonus passive that I can rely on. I thought they would be a little bit more unreliable or wouldn't be that powerful, and like they are still kind of weak. But it's still nice. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit this guy. Okay, good. He eventually comes back after me. It's really night 13 already. Power Orb. So we do have another Power Orb there. Oh, that's interesting. The other one disappeared. So there's a very real possibility that we only can get one ring theory. Oh well. So be it. I always kind of wish I could actually turn something onto autocast. Wait, I figured this way we just end up with a busted amount of orbs orbiting me. And yeah, if we have tons and tons of orbs in my orbit, I can bring them back in and clear house. And then eventually we'll just have so many of them that they just create a formidable barrier. Oh, I can't get to that one. Actually don't know how to bridge that gap. Another Power Orb at the very least. Yeah, nothing that bridges that gap easy. Okay. So far, so mostly fine. Bring the orbs in periodically. Yeah, really reducing my ability cooldown also wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, there is something to be said about just really tackling ability cooldown and not even trying to go for the big strokes. But, I don't know. Oh, did I actually take damage there? Something must have hit me. The problem is just a lot going on, kind of. Okay, where are we going? What's it? Magical hat. Okay, so that gets me another straight flush. Another... learn a random ability. If you learn 4 abilities the first time you cast each night is cast an additional time. That's kind of good. Experience granted by all gems on the floor. Random lightning bolt. More power orbs. But at least we have our way up. Frosty orbs. 3 glacial orbs that orbit you and have the chance to apply frostbite. Yes. I don't know if that's all orbs gain frostbite. Is a possibility. Okay, damage is kind of good. And yeah, I can still use the whirlwind as kind of a delaying tactic. Was that Queen Bee actually summoning more? Maybe. Yeah, I think it summons tons, or summons units at me. Which actually makes this tricky. Ow, I'm starting to take some damage here. Mostly my fault. Because I actually don't know how to hit that sucker. Oh, no, it's dead. Yeah, grabbing something with a little bit more range might not be a bad move. Okay. Let's see, basic attacks fire an additional thing. Let's do lower cooldowns. What is that one? Basic attacks have a chance to apply a random status effect. Tempting. But I think I want Frosty Orbs more than anything else. What's that one? Another magical hat, which I like. And then a couple power orbs. Okay, so some of these are Frosty, but not all of them. Still, the Frosty Orbs have a chance to slow things down, but then they also do extra damage because I do bonus damage based on status effects too. And yeah, the orbs do a very good job of taking out most of the basic trash enemies. Mostly. Okay. I almost wonder if the summoning bees also have a upper limit on how many they can summon before they just say, nope, never mind, that's it. Yeah, my mana gain's pretty good at this point too, so I kind of can just cast indiscriminately without having to worry about it. I was originally kind of on the idea of orb. I was like, I've seen better. Nope, I have not. That is very good. Okay, there's a magical hat here. I'm gonna snag it. We get double up. 2 more orbs. More orbs. Okay, what do we think we want to do? Yeah, the one problem is heading for the portal. Ah, reduce the speed of enemies by 20%. So that is good. Yeah, I'm going to have to get past magic missiles. But honestly, maybe that's fine, actually. Yeah, actually, that seems pretty good. I was still hoping that I could actually get 2 of the ring move I guess it would be very busted to be able to cast the same ability twice, depending on your build. Send that off. Circle the horses. How much damage does this do now? 14, so that's actually pretty good. The orbs do a very good job of absolutely womboing every single basic enemy we come across. Maybe not all of them, but at least it keeps a lot of the chaff from getting to my behind. Alright, so far so good. How many levels? 11 talent points. Is good stuff. Yeah, so more experience from killing enemies with status effects on them. Then there's like this, which seems really interesting, but not in a very dense spot. Let's see. I'm just going to go for Magic Hat. Secret Ingredient would have been interesting, but not for this run. What does this do? Wow, Magic Missile's pretty good. What does it cost? 10. I'm assuming each of those is 10. It looks like they have unlimited range, too. The best thing I can do is probably just alternate between more orbs and more magic missiles. Because, yeah, I can use the magic missiles to keep the bees off of me as well. Or at least get rid of the bees. There we go. Alright, how we feeling? It's just that basic dude, nothing more. Did that just get us another double up? Hell yeah. Morbs. And that got us efficacy. That's okay. It cost 3 to go through that one. So, not the best. Let's go for some more experience gain. Yeah, going for a hard efficacy build wouldn't be bad. It's the end, so we don't get to go through the portal. But that's okay, I don't think we really needed to. I already have a silly amount of orbs. I don't know why I was staring at that rat just waltzing at me. Some part of my brain was like, yeah, you need to stop this. And some other part of my brain was just like, oh, rat. Something hit me. I think I was just thinking about talent trees. It's one of those where this game almost needs an... Okay, I'm actually taking some damage here. I need to care about this a little bit more. I almost kind of wish this had an endless mode. Maybe it gets one. Because it feels like it would benefit from that greatly. But also could be extremely breakable to the point where maybe it wouldn't be that fun. You know, it'd be fun for like a little bit longer, but then after a certain point it's just like, no, you're not actually benefiting from this. I think my big problem is just the rats sneak up on me. Or the flies. They're like the two things that really disregard my orbs. At least the music for the final fight is appropriately sick. Alright, there we go. And that should be the end of it. Mastery 2 survive, class progress wizard, bunch of experience. Okay, apply shock more often, set the world on fire, or learn faster and bend the rules of the talent tree. That, yep. More abilities, the better. Abilities can crit. Definitely more abilities, the better. Ooh, new core talent. So, increase max magic by 10, or abilities gain bonus damage to enemies. Ooh. Get another one. Level faster, power up your basic attacks. Let's see. And yeah, we could do mastery level 3. I'm going to poke at it for a second. Oh, I guess I didn't get to choose anything. We didn't unlock any new characters either. So I should probably peek at that. What is required for this one? Okay, mastery level 3, mastery 5, 8, and 15. Fair enough. Yeah, I actually really liked the wizard. I was afraid that I wasn't going to enjoy them that much, but I was wrong. They're very good. Yeah, the extra ability power is good. I don't know. I think this is a legitimately interesting game. Let's see. Common and rare talents have a 5% chance to be mastery talents. Ooh. So actually going up this ascension level doesn't actually necessarily make it always harder. Some of these are better. So in this case, yeah, common talents and rare talents have a chance to be mastery talents, which presumably means they're the more powerful purple ones. More expensive, yes, but sets you up for some more interesting combinations later on. But yeah, I feel like this would really sing if it had an endless mode, or it would be actually kind of rough because you'd just get locked into one run, and maybe it's better to just have a run or runs end after roughly half an hour. Purely from the perspective of like, it doesn't outstay its welcome this way. I don't know. But I like the format for it. I think it works really well. It reminds me a lot of Bullet Heavens just in terms of like hard build crafting without actually, you know, a whole lot of immediate gameplay. I feel like that's dismissive. Yeah, so what is this one? Whenever status effects apply to an enemy, they take extra damage. So going hard status effects would make a lot of sense. If I were to go that direction. It looks like we've got maybe some other rares spread around, but is what it is. But yeah, rather than taxing players in terms of their like mechanical ability to play the game, it's more about build crafting, theory crafting, and making good choices, which I find far more compelling. I love Hades. I think it's a great game, and it does definitely have a lot of that choice-based element, but it is also legitimately like a mechanically challenging game that if you're not good at dodging and timing your attacks and avoiding enemies' strikes and whatnot, you're gonna lose a lot. Whereas this has some aspect of that, but it's mostly just about the build theory crafting and making the most of whatever the talent tree gives you. And I find that to be a more compelling experience purely from the perspective of like, I don't know, Hades just makes me tired. This, I want to do another run. I want to do like 5 more runs. I might actually try and stream this at some point. And I will say once again, huge kudos to the developers for identifying that their key art for Talented was actually AI generated and immediately removed it. Like, within hours, everything was fixed of me being like, hey, is this legit or not? Not a lot of devs do that nowadays. I mean, many probably do before it even gets there. But I've had a lot of developers actively try and hide or lie about it, and that sucks. And so to have these developers almost completely unprompted, me just asking, hey, is this legit or not, was enough for them to deal with it themselves. Huge kudos for that, and I'd love to see more. Obviously, I need to do a blog post at some point about like, hey, don't trust contract artists anymore because a lot of them aren't real. But it's kind of hard to... That's like a legitimately hard thing to figure out if you haven't dealt with contract artists before, commission artists before. Or if you're not an artist yourself. Like, even I sometimes have to stare at a piece of artwork for a while and I'm like, I'm not sure about that one. And so it's kind of hard to specifically be like, yeah, developers need to be like ace at this. But they do need to be aware of the risks of like, hey, if you're hiring an artist, they might not be on the up and up. And so it's nice to see a developer recognize that, fix that, and I have to give kudos for that. Anyway, I should mention that Talented is available on Steam. It's been out for a while. Let's see, when did it come out? Oh, it came out in 1.0 on December 20th. So actually it's quote unquote done, the final chapter. They might have some more post-launch support, but I wouldn't know. But if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, it's $4 on Steam. So if you follow the link in the description below, you can pick it up and play it yourselves. It's genuinely good. I want to see what the other characters are like. I want to see what some of the talent options are. And I want to see what mastery level 25 brings. But for now, at least, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.